Good evening to everyone. Okay, welcome to our last day of three-day international workshop. I hope you enjoy for these upcoming session. Okay, for the first session, I would like to introduce our expert guest in industrial relation and HR field. Before that, I will tell you a good sharing about him. Okay. Prof. Dr. Balakrishnan Parasuraman is a PhD student from Wollongong, Australia, Master in Human Resource and IR, Stirling, UK, Bachelor Science Honours, Economic in USM, Malaysia, Diploma Education in IPG, Malaysia, Advanced Development Coaching and Mentoring, Ministry of HR, Malaysia, Certificate Higher Education in USM, Malaysia, and 3 years teaching at SMK Abdullah Sempurna Sabah, Malaysia. He has 26 years experience at USM for 17 years and UMK for 9 years as a professor since 2013. He is a founding president Malaysia Industrial Relation and Human Resource Association, Mirha, Malaysia since 2020, Senior Research Fellow of National Human Resource Center and HRC Ministry of HR Malaysia, National Committee Member of Productivity Culture, Malaysia Productivity Corporation, MPC, since 2020, University Senate Member, University Malaysia Kelantan, Adjunct Professor, Cyberjaya University and Adjunct Professor for Malaysian University of Science and Technology, MUST, Internal Auditor for HRM Program, Health University, UUM and MMU, Academic Advisory Board of Gmt-7 Art and Science College, Founding Head of International Office UMK, Director of Industrial Linkage and Collaboration Office ILCO. He has published around 18 books and more than 200 articles in reference journal. Also invited panel expert of TV and radio talk show on entrepreneurship, business, HR, and IR. Without wasting any time, let's hear Prof. Balakrishnan highlight for today's session. Hand to you, Dr. Bala.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Jessica, to be moderator. And also, good evening to our friends in India, Indonesia, and Malaysia. First of all, I'd like to thanks to Lavender Literature Club, the president, Dr. Frank Jason, and also Cap Comrina Trust, Dr. Regina, who is also president. And also, I'd like to thanks to Malaysian Industrial Relations Association. On behalf of me, Dr. Ganesan, and one of the committee members. Jessica, can you hear clearly? Jessica? Hello?
Yes, Prof.
Okay, Prof, no problem.
Okay, thank you. All right. So I'm very glad today. We have got a lot of new friends joining. I just want to mention some Dr. Gita from UITM, what they call Melaka branch, and Dr. Najib also just joined from UITM also.
Hi,
and others, other Dr. Katrina from another private big university, Linkoving, and we got some PhD, and also our friend from India, a lot of from India, the master student, PhD, and so on. So today, actually, my talk totally different. That actually today is more testimony. So I would like to really thanks to Dr. Ariana, who's my co-researcher, fellow friends. Even I can say like brothers lah. Actually, we have worked together for many years. So I'd like to share how I met him, and then today we are still communicate and we're still working. So I just want to say last 25 years how I was in a hard time to establish the industrial relation in Malaysia, and how I traveled to all over the world to meet many people around the world, to see them and talk to them, and also bring all the network to Malaysia. So one of the baby brainchild is a Malaysian IR and HR. I hope that many scholars around the world, and also my PhD master student, we have to support each other to develop our nation, not only Malaysia, but also Asia. And I think Dr. Ariana was a former ex-president of Industrial Relations Indonesia, and they organized one of the biggest congress in Bali. I think we've been there. So I hope the same thing we do it in Malaysia, and we bring all the ASEAN scholars to join. I think we will invite all of you in the future. Maybe I will share my screen first. If you can see, then let me know. Jessica, Emma. Emma also my undergraduate student, so he normally helping me on the technical part. Okay. All right. So is it okay? Can you see that?
Not yet, sir.
I think I already shared the screen. The screen there ready? I saw in the screen, the next computer, I saw the screen there.
We can see, bro.
Right? What's that?
Yes, Ken.
Yeah, we can see.
We can see.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Ken.
All right. Yes, thank you. So today I'm not boasting myself. I apologize for all of you here. Humbly, I apologize. I'm not boasting myself. No pride. Nothing. I only do this thing, only professional activities. So please be in mind that don't think that I'm come here to boast myself. I just want the sharing and caring. That's all. I like to share my experience, more practical and network. So last 2 days, we are listening to many our young scholars and also senior scholars talking about how to attract the research grant and how to apply the grant. I think it's a very useful seminar, workshop that organized by 3 NGO. I would like to really thanks to Dr. Frank, who is working very hard working. Although since we met 2 years ago, he worked very hard, and I really appreciate his. So today I'm lucky to come here and to share. So nothing else, just want to share because I think Dr. Ganesh, Dr. Ariana, all coming to the end of our career. We only have a few years to go. And of course, today I'd like to say that the young people in this room take it challenge, and we have to pass the baton to you guys. My worry is that I don't know who's going to take over my field, industrial relation, which is very important, not only Malaysia, around the world. I think when Hayati here knows, she knows better about labor relation. She also doing something on that. So I believe we need this field to be in line with human resource management. So that's what I'm here to. So just now Jessica talking the long CV of me, but it's not one day. I earned this, not one day. It's actually many years. I'm an academic entrepreneur. One day I'm failed. Like Jack Ma always said in his talk, always fail and wake up, fail and wake up. And I went through very challenges, not only Malaysia, but all over the world. Especially people say we can't speak English and so on. But that is another challenge for me, to adopt myself. So that's why this talk, I think I don't know what to do. I think, and with the blessing of the God, I like to share how I able to get grant, how people invited me, and so on. So if you look at this, and Dr. Ariana with me, so how I meet Dr. Ariana actually through one of the conference that we met in Adelaide. So I don't know how we get along. I'm not sure, but at that time it was Queensland, University of Queensland. I was in University of Wollongong, and we fly over to Adelaide because every year we got the Australian New Zealand Industrial Relation conference. I tried to never miss out that conference because a lot of great scholars actually come from Australia, New Zealand. I like to see even my supervisor also one of the top, top in IR and employment relation. So I'm very proud to work under him, and I learned a lot of things under him. It's not easy. So the moment I met, normally I like to make friends. I'm not good. I just inform you all. I'm not good. I'm not super. I'm just very ordinary man. In fact, I just want to say one word. Until standard 5, I don't know how to spell ABC. I don't know anything. I come from a very poor family. My family very poor. My mom working in the upper Depot, and we only get support from my brothers sisters, and that's why I'm here. So it's not easy life, And then I met a doctor in 2005 in Adelaide, And then I said, Doctor, why not we work together? And that time, Dr. Ariana was in University of Indonesia, and he was an engineer actually. He also graduated from top university, Queensland, ITB, and of course, University of Indonesia. So we start from there, and then after that, we go beyond. So we work together, we share together, not only as a friends, slowly friends, but we also become someone scholar that in our field. We won many awards. Until we went to Korea, we went to Geneva. The diploma you see here, we got even though social science, there's no tangible product, but we're able to come up with the one video that we do it together, and then the comparative studies, then we won. So that's how our friendship turned to be. Jadi, what I'm saying here, I like to make new friends. Some friends will stay, some friends will go. That's what the friendship about. But in my whole my life, I never attacking people. No, I never talk bad on people. I never do that. I won't do that. From the religious perspective, I never do all these things. I always support everyone, even nighttime, daytime, anytime also. I will support people. We are talking and each other. That's what I keep in my mind. I never do that. Even people do bad on me, I always pray for them. I do good for them. I never do against all this. So these are the character I keep since I young. That's what my sister told me when I was young. I keep it everything, and I'll be honest, sincerity, and so on. So if I make mistake, I ask apology. But with all this character and all this, I think I really thank God. God brought me many places in the world. And the last publication, I think I done. I'm very proud. Work with the Yang Berbahagia Datuk Sri Rahman, who is the ex-DG. DG means in Malaysia, Director of General of Rubber Institute Authority Development. So rubber, I think most know, Malaysia is the biggest export of rubber. And Yang Bahagia Datuk Sri Rahman. And he got a PhD at the age of 68, 69 he graduated. I'm very proud to be his external examiner. And he from UITM, he graduated from UITM, Shah Alam, Dr. Najib. I think you'll be very proud to see all the big people humbly study, and he graduated from UITM Shah Alam, from accounting, I think Institute of Accounting Department, I think Institute of Accounting Department, one of the top COE in Shah Alam. So I was there as external examiner, and I think with the grace, Dato invite me to be his co-author, and I contributed in the team in terms of corporate governance. That is my area that I related to IR and HR. And currently, I got another, my student, also ex-minister, and also a member of State Assembly, Yang Berhormat Dato Talib. He almost reaching 71 years old. He's still active, and these both people is my mentor. Although they are students, I learn a lot from them. Very humble person. From there, I learned a lot of good things from them. And then my next book is a PhD-based book I published. It's a bestseller book. So far, no all out already. We are doing the second printing now. But the university actually purposely print another 500 copies because our student coming back for this semester. And I told my student, always carry in your hand that your lecturer and the book is very useful for you. The more you learn, then you'll be humble, more knowledge you'll get. And I told them, knowledge is actually something like is something you cannot buy by the money. You have to earn the knowledge. And I am your author. I am your lecturer. So bring me all my life. Those days when I was a university student, I keep some money and then I buy books and I read. That's why today I am become someone in my profession. So the latest book we are doing now, editing. I think there's another book, Dr. Ariana and my team will be I think will be printed. Already all done by University of Indonesia. So this time around, I said why not in University of Indonesia will be published, and the title will be the same like my PhD but extended to ASEAN, and many students PhD also in that book. Out, and we are also editing another book. I bring all the young scientists. So I would like to go always, I think, innovation. So I now bring scientists, the real scientists, top scientists, together with the social science. We are going to write about research methodology book. And Dr. Frank, one of the co-author, and Dr. Ariana and myself. So we are going to penetrate the market, not only here, even with Africa. There's another Dr. Solomon. So we are going to penetrate through the book. We are going to expanding our university all over the world. So publication is one of the important to bring the the book. No, from the book we can bring everywhere our university. So I believe on that. And I'm sorry, what did I'm addicted to write. I'm not addicted to drug. Somebody had to drug, smoking, all this, but I don't know. I'm addicted to write. So write is already part of my life. So I like to write and read and write, and that's what my life. Of course, during my PhD, I like to eat, no other choice. So you can see, even though I'm already professor for 10 years, I don't need to do any work because I'm already professor. I'm already a full professor in the government university. But not easy. About 10 years ago, I never planned such a way, but I just work. I proud with any organization. I never bring a bad name to my organization. Never. I never do. And I was working. I think Dr. Ariana know you've been to University of Malaysia Sabah. I'm the pioneer. In Sabah, I started the program, IR, and we grew in the university, no building, nothing. Finally, when I left, I see so beautiful campus. I left and I come back to UMK. Again, new university, doctor. Start again, new life, no room, under construction now. So I don't know, maybe God chose me to go to the new places and new area and many challenges, but it's okay for me. So you can see on the screen now, when I look at all this, I can't believe that there are so many books are written. So many books are written during my, even I don't have PhD, I'm just master's holder. That's all. Who am I? Nobody care for me. But writing is really part of my life. So I impact the book. Like you see the color, like Malaysian flag there. It is actually my master's thesis. I went to the top publisher, Prentice Hall, Peasant Education, and then they said, okay, we publish, and then the book no more at the moment. And the book was launched in Australia, Peasant Education, in my university. So, and that's why University Wollongong was very impressed on me, and they pay me free ticket. Dr. Ariana, I come to Adelaide, it's because this book. They're supposed to pay 10,000, but they say we cannot give money because you're not lecturer. We just give you free ticket, go to Adelaide conference, we pay everything. I remember the limousine car wait for me, even though I'm nothing, I'm just a student, but they send the limousine, you all see the car, the longest car, like King go inside. I was like, wow, who am I? And then the driver called me. So all this, I think, God bless you because your heart is very good. That time I never met Dr. Ariana, but God already arranged that trip. But the faculty like very much because I not only PhD student, but I do a lot of things, promote University of Wollongong also. So in that context, and I also write three books. Now you can see on my screen. 3 books during my PhD. So I don't know, someone said, no time, no, even cannot finish the PhD. I finished 3 books. I later share you how many fellowship I received during my doctorate and how many country I traveled. So you say no time, I have more time. I'm spending a lot of my time, I got leisure time, everything, but I write books. So sometimes I boring, I write a book and publish, and I have a good connection with you must be nice to the publisher and so on. So thank God along the way, a lot of good people coming, and I met a lot of good people. I thank God for that. Okay, again, I say I'm not boasting you all. I just show this is a true story. Since 1997 till now, I traveled more than 50 countries in the world. Asia, you can see God actually, because I come from very, very, very poor family. I have no money at all. I always dream. I ask God, can I go visit many countries in the world? I like to see many people. I love to see the people because people almost same. You created only one, the man. I want the human. I want to see. Can you bring me or not? Then I don't know what to do. I have no money. I can't go. Even I want to do my doctorate, also no money. I become teacher and so on. So, but since 97 until now, I've been traveled all over the world, and you can see in the map, I've already been there. Even though I didn't really go to Africa, but I already landed in Durban, and I touching the land. So I went to Africa, but I touching the land. I went to South America. I fly to Brazil. I went to Rio de Janeiro. I went to Argentina. I went to Lima. All this my network until now. I believe Promata, I think Dr. Ariana know one. Promata is president of the world. President is a guru of industrial relations, all Latin America, very highly respected. And recently, Promata want me to do a program in Malaysia. So that's what and then I fly to North America. I went to Washington, D.C. and New York and Philadelphia. Then I went to Los Angeles and I've been to Canada. But Europe mostly I already already finished. I will travel all over Europe. I studied in the United Kingdom, my masters. But after that, I went to my fellowship in Europe. I have network for them. Maybe this year I go again to attend industrial relation conference. I only go for that Romanian Middle East. Of course, I went to many times to Dubai. And last 2 years before the COVID-19, I was sent by one of the consultant company to train one HRM manager for 5 days. So I went there, I trained the HR in human resource and so on. And I went to Beijing, many countries. So all this actually is academic. It's actually related to academic. I didn't go just for a tour, no. I go there just for academic purpose, and many people sponsor. So that's why I always I will tell you later what's the trip. You must have good heart. You must be humble yourself. Don't make any, hatred. Don't hate people. Don't do anything. So when you do all these good things, people will sponsor you. I believe when I was in Korea, I've been few times in Korea. I think Dr. Arena also traveled a lot in the world. I think later you share. So during my traveling in Korea, there's one professor. I don't know why he liked me so much. I said, okay, Bala, I sponsor you everything. You come there, and then he introduced me all the professor in Korea. One thing I love Korea because they don't have any barrier between university. All professors eat together, and he sponsored my trip. And he came to Sabah, and also we work network. So there are a lot of things happening like that, And also I went to India many places, Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore. Recently I frequently go with Dr. Frank. We are actually going to have also phase 2. I hope many of you can come and join. We are going to do like conference plus tourism. That's what I'm thinking, because a lot of people are very stressful. You may be very tired working. So why not we do something like that? You got everything. You got publication, you got a conference, and plus you got tourism. So this is what I told Dr. Frank. I think he agreed with me. I hope thing will happen. And also the young people in this room, you are just start your life. So please be a mind in your mind. Always think good about others and don't be hated, and especially respect your lecturers, professors, and because they are the people to help you and support you. You work with them, everything will come back good thing for you. Okay, tips for fellowship and international grant. So join an association and learn society. I when I started my career in UMS, I don't have any mentor in Malaysia. I'm just like blur. I'm just like baby. I have to find someone. Thank God, one day I met Professor what do you call a late Professor Jos Kachalian. He was Unimas, and he was developed IR program. So one day I contact by email, and Prof came to Sabah, and he was promoting World Congress Industrial Relation in Italy at that time. Then I told Prof, I'm thankful to see you. You are like my father. I call immediately a father, and the wife also doctor. So they are my family. I really, because I think my mom and father no more, and I take them. And I was young at that time, about 30 years old. I said, Mom and Dad will help me. And then he said, never mind, my son. He called my son. I think I remember, you come to Philippines, I will teach you everything. So one day he sponsored my trip to Philippines, one of the top University of Philippines, Diliman, and IR school, industrial school, one of the top in Asia, about more than 100 years now, I think. And then he the one actually pushed me. Although we are not a blood relationship, but you don't know, I said, I want to learn from your dad, so you help me. So we have become family members. Even the daughter, the children all know me, and then he's the one trained me. You go up and speak. When the first time I speak, I showing, because I'm so scared to speak in front of the 500 people. And lawyer, but he support me. Don't worry, I'll support. So through my dad, Professor Gachalian, and the wife also, Professor, until now I communicate with my mom. I said, Mom and Dad, please, I want to. So he brought me to all over the world, and until I met a lot of scholars, and I met my dad from Latin America, Professor Luis Apreso. Really like look at my dad, and he also trained me. Okay, Probala, I come and that time I'm not professor, just a lecturer, and they're the one actually my mentor. And Prof Luis always invited me to Latin America first time, and I remember the first day I landed in in Latin America, about 38 hours flight from Kota Kinabalu and Singapore to Taiwan to LA, and LA to Guatemala, and then straight to reach what they call Lima, about 36 hours. And he sent me a special car to take me from the airport, and I was like, tears come out. So a lot of my my mom around the world. Even Pramartha is like I take her like my mom. So they all become good friends. So not only they know me, but they also the family members. So that's why I love to go to Latin America, because Prof was a world president, and the one time Prof was awarded Father of Industrial Relation in Argentina, and you got a cancer. So I went there. I spent about 8,000 ringgit just purposely go and see him and say thank you, Dad. I won't come back here. You the one make me someone today, and I don't know whether you'll be there. And then he selected 40 people. They wrote special book on him, and my name was mentioned by Prof. Luis. You must put it. So I was so proud to see my dad was there, and then I take photo, and then I said when I'm going back. And after few years back, he passed away. And I also Prof. Gajalian late my father also, dad also passed away. So my supervisor also now cancer. So I think maybe another few months I'm going to see him and I say goodbye, and then I was thank you to you. So I maybe fly to Sydney and I say thank you to him. I want to say thank you. So this is how I treat all my mentors, my teachers, my any. So student here, you don't forget your lecturers. Without them, no way. Without them, you are no way, because they are the one actually helping you. You don't even talk bad on them. Even one word, you cannot talk bad on them. You just follow them. They will guide you. They will help you. They will even PhD, master. Be humble yourself. The many things will come back. This is a really, I'm telling testimony. I'm not talking that. So I involved this association. They call International Industrial Relations Association, based in Geneva, ILO. So it's a big organization. They have a regional by North America, South America, Asian, and so on. So 25 years, most scholars come from MIT, Oxford, Cambridge, Cornell, Stanford, Berkeley, Tokyo, Korea, and Sydney. All these asked me to start up an association in Malaysia, Malaysian Industrial. I really thank to Mr. Raziman. He is not here, I'm not sure. He's actually young, senior HR. So he's the one helped me a lot. Come from, we formed the knee. So thank God 2 years ago, we already formed. We are very small. We're not big, but we're going to launch soon, and then we're going to bring all the top scholars IR from all over the world come to Malaysia, and we have to talk to the Prime Minister also to make this conference bigger. And then, of course, today I have social media. I also told my students follow me in FB, LinkedIn, YouTube, and so on. So I got around 5,000 followers in LinkedIn. All of them HR practitioners. I love to see them and talk to them. So I use the social media to promote my University Malaysia Kelantan, and also our association. Humble yourself. Don't be so proud. No boasting. So from the beginning I said, forgive me if I'm not boasting. I'm sharing. That's all. So it's not easy life. I come through very, very difficult life. Language problem. Adapt to another culture. And so I thank God God given me a lot of cultural mix and so on. Always be good friends. So don't make for enemy. Don't make yourself enemy. Be good friend. If the friend do bad on you, just say goodbye. You don't close with them, because if they're bad company, you will make you even bad your character. So just say goodbye, but don't hate them. Just say so you're a good friend, genuine friend. Everything God will tell you. Is it good? So like me and Dr. Ganesan, we all, Dr. Ariana, we already more than 30 years. I know Dr. Ganesan is my junior. I'm very close with their juniors in USM. But we met after 20 years back, and we become close friends. And he's the one actually bring me to India and introduce Dr. Frank. And so that's how we humble ourselves. We help each other. And also, Dr. Ariana, I'm very thankful to you. Until now, we don't have any problem of fellowship. Whenever I down, I will call Dr. Ariana in the midnight, and Dr. Ariana always talk positive. In fact, his wife also a lecturer, one of the top psychologists. I know the children, and he also know my children. So we are like family, even though religion different. I remember when I went to the mosque, Dr. Arena went to mosque. I was sitting outside, and he came to church. He's sitting. I was like shocked, and he said, "No, I'm sitting." So these are the things that I learned a lot of things from them. I love to go to Indonesia because they are very simple, relaxed, and so on. And of course, Dr. Arena come to Malaysia. We are so. Find someone you can work together. Always student here, your supervisor is the next person to grow your your career and so on. So you work together with them. Whatever they say, just follow and help others. Help others, very, very important. All my good friends actually helping each other. My mentors, my dad, my everybody help each other around the world. That's why I can see I got a lot of friends all over the world because of that. So I can, even this room, Dr. Najib, I met only few months ago, but I really, can work with him, and he's like to come and support. And then Dr. Katrina also, she's from Europe, but she stayed many years. So a lot of friends here from India, and I think that's what it teach you have to learn. So this is initiated by myself and this one. So next slide, I'm going to sharing you how many fellowship I got, how many. So some of you think, hey, how can Prabala become professor very fast? Not very fast. I work day and night. I try to establish myself. That's why I say conference is very, very important. Today, people say conference not important. Actually, very important. During the conference, you meet and fellowship a lot of friends. You didn't go to conference, you don't know anyone. That's why I went to come. I know Dr. Ariana because of that fellowship, that network. I encourage every young scholars in this room. Don't give money. Money is not your stumbling. I have no money, but I travel. I find out any ways to travel, even though I have no so much, but money will come later. I know one doctor, a prof, was a young lecturer in UMK, and Dr. Rao, a very young scholar, he followed me. I said, Dr. Rao, you spend money for all things, and then one day you become someone. Today you become someone, professor, at the age 38, put back to India, and he's now holding a higher post. And he told me, Prof, I'm now in Bangalore, big university, you can come anytime. You are like my brother. We are like brother. Then he said, Prof, whatever you advise me, he's a top scientist, 20% scientist in the world. Why you humbly want to work with me? Why? I mean, I'm not qualified to work with him. He's a top scientist. Stanford already recognized him. But he said one word, Prof, you're like my brother. So you the one actually motivate me. Today I'm back to my India as a hero. I said, I'm not the top position. I'm sitting like Deputy Vice Chancellor. I said, Doctor, I know whatever you do, I know about yourself. You have a trust. Your heart is very clear. You never do that. Okay, in the screen I see I got a full scholarship to study my PhD. All right, and then first my grant is actually only 1,000 ringgit. Only 1,000 ringgit. My first grant. I don't be shy. University of Malaysia Kelantan, and later I got grant from University of Malaysia Sabah and Japan Institute of Labour. I think Dr. Ariana knows that. Tokyo, I got 15,000 and fully funded by JIL to go to the World Congress of Industrial Relations in Tokyo, Japan 2000. And that conference I met my supervisor. I also met Prof. Ring, also my research partner in Europe, and also like my brothers. So I met Prof. Ray Make. I said, Prof, can I come and do PhD under you? I don't care where Prof working. I want to do under you because I want to make the big name. I know very hard work under you, but when Prof humbly said, please come and join, I will help you. And then I got another top-down grant, 5,000. So all this money, I didn't tell in the past, but how you get it, you need to put all the initiative. Some of the thing I apply, I was invited. Some of them I need to do a good proposal, and I also join venture. So another grant, I got 2,000 in 2020, because you see, I'm working for many, many years. So when before even all this grant, before I got PhD, then you are doing PhD, some PhD, why you say cannot get grant? All this I got before PhD. So top-down project, I got about 20K, 20,000. So slowly from 1,000, I moved to the 5,000, I moved to the 20,000. I'm moving slowly. I'm not immediately got 100,000. No way. Because you're a young scholar, you need to work. So I always ask people. So the next one in the year 2001, I'm just master's holder. I just came back from my doctorate, PhD, and I got it, this 50,000, University of Berkeley and University Malaya program. So then I got 100,000. This is a group of research, ILO and IRA under Prof. Luis Apreso. He initiated the project. I think Dr. Arena, we published an article in this, that last time Prof published in the what this one, I'm not sure, Kluwer. Kluwer is one of the top publisher in the world, law, and Prof published the red book. I think your name also there. We are working together. So Prof Luis was given a grant to publish. So I joining in his grant because he wants me and Dr. Ariana doing research on ASEAN perspective. Okay, and then I also got grant from Japan Foundation, University Diliman, because Prof. Gachalian invited me as one of his team member. So that's how I went there. I promote Post Malaysia. We got a grant, 5,000, but this is actually under the Japan Foundation. And then later, I got another grant when I was, so most of the thing you see here, I was doing my PhD. Even I didn't become a doctorate. Even I never got associate professor. Nothing. All this time is actually with my masters. So why you say cannot? Why you cannot get all this? And this all the top institute in the world. So I was invited by ILO to do research about 20,000 when I was in Australia. That's why Australia offered me a job. Stay back. You don't need to go back to Malaysia. We give you a senior lecturer like that, But I didn't go. I come back. And then I also got internal grant, 10,000 by Vice Chancellor Office of University of Malaysia, Sabahan. Okay, the next one. So slowly I'm moving to the big grant. So we also got FRGS. We call like Ministry of Higher Education. Very tough to get. We managed to get 49,000. I was the lead, and together with me a big team. Like Prof. Fumitaka is now in as professor at University of Malaya, and big team. And then we also got another grant, 36,000, co-researcher with another my friends, Dr. Bala also. And then I also got industry grant. They call Kota Kinabalu Industry Park. They also invite us, giving 5,000. It's actually contract grant, and I completed on the graduate employability and labor force. So we finished. And later you can see that I got it another grant, 2012, and this time around I already come to UMK. So the first time the Ministry of Human Resources together with the Prime Minister Office, they implemented minimum wage. So every year we will get about 100,000 grant to do research. Every 2 years we got a grant, and last 2 years we got 500,000. This is a big grant coming from the Ministry of Finance. So I'm the National Technical Committee, and since 2013-12 until now, I still every 2 years there will be new new appointment. So the government keep on appoint us, I think, through many ministers, even the government of before. But the one ex-Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib, the one actually implemented minimum wage in Malaysia. We're very thankful. ILO recognized us, and recently our minister got award in ILO, right? And I also grant 7,000 ILMIA. ILMIA is another research institute. So you can see my grant, not only internal, external, world, and so on. And we also got FRGS again, but I work with another team with the UITM Sabah. Okay, so some of the grant they invited based on the expertise. They get invited, but in our team. All right. So basically you can see later Dr. Ariana invited us to be partner with Malaysian and Indonesia. You got it a grant. So that one, Dr. Ariana, correct? We completed already, the research. Thank you, Dr. Ariana, for inviting. But this research already done in Malaysia, and Dr. Ariana applied in Indonesia. So that's how we're sharing the knowledge. So we completed. So that's why I said to you, not only we are friends, but we are continuing working until now, right? And then I personally invited by ILO. So this is invitation, not applying. I didn't apply by ILO Geneva to do study on the governance, trade union, collective bargaining in palm oil plantation in Malaysia. So this grant around the 3 countries, I think Latin America and so on. And then again, University of Indonesia, Dr. Ariana got another grant. I joined with him, and we do the comparative study between Malaysia and so this is our partnership. We don't think only our university, UMK or UITM. That's all. Your mindset must be changed. The moment you work with others, we must be humble ourselves, and we must know what is our area, and we're expanding our area. So then things will come back. A lot of things will come back. And now they're talking with ISI, and our time, no ISI, our time we are index journal. That means good journal, index journal. So now the time is very tough, not like those days, but still, okay. And then after that, during I was a director for industrial linkages. Even though I'm busy in my office, running up and down, very busy because I have to follow a new office. I'm the founder of that office. So, and luckily I met my friend, Dr. Anna. Dr. Anna, me and Dr. Ganesan, we are studied together in USM in 1980s, 87 to 90. When I met first time Dr. Anna, thanks Dr. Ganesan, you introduced me Dr. Anna. Really thanks to Dr. Ganesan because he also connect me. So the moment I met her in Starbucks in Kuala Lumpur, immediately I said, Doctor, we got matching grant. You got or not? And that's how I don't go and talk about life, family life. Dr. Anna, never do the one. The moment we talk inside Starbucks, supposedly we talk about friendship, am I right? when we was in USM, of course we thought, but immediately we come out idea. Mom, we got a 60,000, 30,000 from UTP and working for the top university, UTP. I'm very proud, to bring the name of UMK, UTP, University Indonesia, all the top university. So we got it about 60K. And then the same time we got another grant, the same research but different context. We got FRGS. Dr. Anna was so happy, Probala, I joined you. I never get FRGS because your input coming together with work, and we got another 80,000 grant at the same time. But my success story is Yayasan Muhibah Tan Sri Feng Asen is a millionaire, billionaire. He's a very humble person. All right. So he give 1 million. I bring my deputy vice chancellor to see him. First visit only 100,000. Second visit is so one day I was in the going to toilet and Tan Sri also passed by. Tan Sri told me one thing. Propala, why I give 1 million? I see something on you. You are a very genuine person. I can feel that you're honest person. When the money come in, you never boast yourself. You're sitting at the back. Actually, the money come from you. And I want you always you sit in front of me. Dr. Renan, Tan Sri Feng always ask me to sit in front because he knows I'm the one bring, but I never show off myself. And Tan Sri always asked me to come down. And recently I visited Tan Sri. He was saying that I like to work with you, and we are like friends, So I bring 1 million, but the 1 million not for me. Again, our friends here in this room, I never take even single cents, Never. I give back everything for them. So thank God. In this year around, the new deputy vice chancellor promised me, Probana, I don't know about the history, but I just become a deputy vice chancellor. I know your heart. I sing around. I really want to reward you. If a Tan Sri continue to give money, I will give you around some money, around 56,000. You can take it, the money to do research. Until now, I didn't expecting anything, but I hope things will come back. So that's how I am. I never use for myself. Actually, I can use it myself. 1 million, I can take 100,000. I never do that because I don't do that. I never do that. I know God will repay me in different ways. That's why I got it professor at a very young age. And I only started my career at the 30 with a master's. And I finished my doctorate. I got it AP, every position I never applied, all by invitation. And that's why one of the VC brought me from UMK and from UMS to UMK. Actually, I don't come. I like enjoy my university, new campus, everything. But he said, please, Bala, please come. You need to help. So I'm bringing 25 professors. So you are but you have to go through the interview, everything. You cannot simply get. We will ask you to do that. So thank God, which I say to you. I got it 500K. That's why I told my student, the book I wrote, you all buying very cheap, only very cheap the book, but it cost 500,000. The value is there, The government sponsored me, and also masters 80,000. They sponsored me, and then I also got in when I was a student, PhD. I got it fellowship. So you can imagine, you are student, master student. Why you say no time to write book? Why you say no time to get the front? Everything by myself. I never depending my supervisor. I never do any harm. I never talk bad to my supervisor. My supervisor is very tough. Very tough. One day I finished my 2 years research methodology. 2 years, I spent day and night, I study. He said, this is a master standard. I don't see that again. And I was so down to but I never have any hatred on him because I know whatever you do, good for me. So I down. But when I down, I got a lot of friends to support me. In that time, I got one, my adopted sister. She's one of the key person in the Australian education department. She also did PhD under me. And husband and she very close. So God will provide people to make you. But one day, you know what my supervisor said? Bala, you are the super student. You are the best student that I ever worked in. He said that in his word, you are super network. I see you everywhere in the world. Wherever I am, you are there. And he said, I'm from Australia. I know I got a lot of money. I can travel, but you are not got money, but you still travel with me. So that's why everywhere I go, I will see him. And I remember one time he celebrated my birthday in Sao Paulo. So he brought me there, Kambala, I trained. And then even in Argentina also, he spent me. So he's very good on the welfare, taking care. In fact, he brought me to the house. He cooked for me and with my children, everything. At that time, very good. But when come to the really come to the study, you have to study hard. So I went through hard life, but I never have harm on them. And I already got some fellowship from Australia during my PhD. I got from Korea Labour Institute and IRA. And of course, I have some other grant, small grant, and I also got fellowship from Asia Fellow Program, all funded by the Asia Fellow. This is a Ford Foundation. In year 2002, I don't have any PhD, just masters, and I already got University Malaya European Program under 10 top research recipient in Malaysia. We got it only 10 selected to send to Europe. So I work in Europe in University of Groningen for 3 months, and I come back, I publish, I do a lot of collaboration with Professor Ring. And year 2000, I also got a grant to attend a conference. So sometimes you have a conference to attend, okay? So I think the time is there. I really want to know some comment from you all. What you want to share, you want to ask question or any. I like to also want to know the sharing session. Maybe Dr. Ariana, whoever, Dr. Najib, whoever ask. Okay, thank you. I pass over to MC.
Thank you so much for your insightful sharing, very informative, inspirational, motivation sharing today. Thank you, Prof. Okay, so I open for the Q&A session. Is there any question from the participant?
Oh, Mr. Lim is here.
Yeah, you may mute yourself in the box.
No. There's someone asked question. What are skill and tools needed to succeed for current PhD student Muhammad Hamzan? Okay. There's only one question, kan? Okay. All right. Skill and tools to succeed. Actually, first tool, you must work close with the supervisor. The best tools, not the computer, not the program. So no, your supervisor. Very important. And never against your supervisor. Never go and you can argue with him. I allow to argue with him, but with the facts and figure. With the facts and figure, you can argue, but don't simply, So you work close with the supervisor, and your supervisor knows. But for me, I always let the student swimming first. I want to share one experience. One of my DBA student. She's in Zambia now, and I never met her. We only do supervision through Facebook. And one time, she was very angry with me. She said, "Prabala, you never supervise me. Why you do like that?" And she very not happy. And I just let them swim first, okay? Swimming. When you swim. When you start, then come back to me. And she cannot stand the swimming until she want to make report to the to the eye level. And I said stop. Then I come in. I take over and come into the I say, "Look, your name is Atrish. Atrish, what is your problem?" Then he said, "Okay, no worry. I'm here now. So we're swimming together. Can we swim together?" I teach technique how to swim. So I teach all the technique. And today she said to everyone. And then I don't only that. I also recommended Dr. Ariana. I also recommended her to get a fellowship to attend European Congress. She got it. So happy. She got 10,000. She fly from Zambia, and I fly from Malaysia. We meet in Italy. We are shocked, both of us, don't know what to do. And she was sitting there, I was sitting, because first time we're meeting each other. And she just smiled and say, "Okay, Atrish, how are you? Let's discuss a PhD, doctor of business, DBA." And until now, she said, "You are the super supervisor. I'm really thankful to you have." And she's doing very, very well in Zambia. And she always called me, "Prabala, please come to Zambia." I say, "Let me see." So that's how I swimming. So even all my master students, I let them go. I mean, you go swimming, after that you come back. So that's the first. Second thing, you must know your methodology very clear. Go and spend time, your PhD student, read. At least 1 year. Go to library, download the articles, keep on reading, keep on confused. The more you confuse, better you are. The more you don't know what to do, better you are. Okay, that's what you have to do. And after that, you get big picture. So you study the methodology, the paradigm on the philosophical science. Why people using quantitative? Why people using qualitative? Why people using multi-method? Why? Ask question. Why? Why people don't want to use just one method? Why? Keep on asking question. Where you are? Are you positivism? Where is your mindset? Are you testing person? Are you want to understand the reality? Like like today, me and Dr. Najib, actually, I'm a purely qualitative expert on case study. All right, purely. I did a pure qualitative case study. I know A to Z about qualitative study, but I examining many PhDs on quantitative. You can ask Dr. Najib. We are both. Dr. Najib is a quantitative. I also, but the comment actually relevant. Even Dr. Katrina here also, Dr. Gita also here. So we are just like, I mean, that is not my expertise, but I'm expert on both method. Because in PhD, I open my mindset, I read both method. That's second tips. Third tips, actually, you must write. Without writing, you can't see anything. Keep on writing. Chapter 1, make mistake, never mind. Go chapter 2, mistake, never mind. Chapter 3. The 3 chapters preparing for your proposal. Don't worry about proposal defense. Now worry about, am I done good job or not? Don't go and see your supervisor without any job. And then you blame. Don't blame your supervisor is supervised. Remember, they are not teachers, supervised. Your research is your research. You come study your research, your PhD, your master's. You cannot go and blame why supervisor doesn't. No, we do that. If you do that, you are not good scholar. All right? You can see all my testimony today because I'm independent. Why I like to meet people. When I go to conference, I never meet many people. I only meet a few people, enough for me, and make friends. That's how I met Prof. Ring in Holland, because I just meet after coffee. Prof, can I get a card or not? That's all. But after that, I'm telling Prof. Ring treat me so nice. In fact, he giving his own room. That time I just masters big room, in Holland. He passed to me. Bala, you take it. I only come like only weekend because he's a professor, industry professor. 30%. So that, and then writing, publishing. At least you publish 1 or 2 papers in Scopus, ISI, and then you keep on moving to chapter. And then so that's what I want to let you know. And also methodology, you must be very expert on the quantitative. You want the quantitative, you must know SEM, you must know PLS, you must know ANAWA, and this is quantitative. You want to do qualitative, you must know at least some software in NIVO or non software, but you can do it. So my book is actually very good reference for you if you want to PhD in the qualitative research case study. Very many people easily find to do research. So that is my answer for you. I think. Is it okay? I think. Dr. Muhammad, all right. Oh, he said thank you to me. Any other questions? Maybe from young scholars or young lecturers? I don't know. Dr. Rena, you have a question? You've got the presenter.
Is there any question from the participant, or we may stop here?
Ask Naza is there. Ask Naza. Oh, okay. Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
That's a question.
From Dr. Gita. How do you stay?
Okay. Dr. Gita, how are you? Are you okay? I want to hear your voice, Dr. Gita.
Sound recording.
Okay. Okay, nice, Dr. Gita, meet you. How to positive? Be smile all the time. Don't be stressful yourself. Any problem coming, take it easy. Always think positive. That's all. That's all. So my fundamental question, you see, me and Dr. Arena look very young, am I right? Jessica, you see my hand still okay, what? It doesn't go to dark completely. I'm still okay. And people say you see young. Why? Because I don't have any bad thing inside my heart. Nothing. Always there's no black in myself. Always I think good thing for other people. I always want to help other people. I be very cool. I just go to have coffee in anywhere, Starbucks, relax, and I bring my student. In fact, yesterday I bring Emma, although he's undergraduate student. Emma, come, we have coffee with you. So I am that kind of person. So help others. Like Dr. Gita, we met through LinkedIn. But after that, the moment I met you, what I say to you, I'm really asking about what we think. We just go on the profession. In the same time, I met your family and your family understand very clear. So you must understand, make the family understand you. And it's not easy, yeah. I'm telling you, to be scholar, professor, life not easy. Sometimes I fly to Latin America, will take 2 weeks only, I come back home. Sometimes I have meeting in Kuala Lumpur, but I also spend time with my children. That's why you see my children score 10 A's. You're a top student. Now you're doing engineering. So you see, as a father, I make sure they are okay. I'm not just neglecting them. It's important. Although I'm far away, but I always together with them. At the same time, I have a good friend surrounding me. So, Dr. Gita, you must have a good friend surrounding you. Those friends partly to help each other. So, positive thinking always very important. But when you're down, you share with someone. Okay, you take someone to share. Like I always take Dr. Ariana is my good friend. So whenever I'm down, I'll call him. Doctor, I think I'm not in the mood. Anyway, so he will give me a lot, and then maybe my brothers, sisters, I will talk to them. So sometimes like that. So don't work. Just go out, holiday, come back again. So that's what I do all the time. I don't keep myself all the stress. I'm not sure my health. I'm not sure. I am not guaranteed with that. But what I've done, I done for the country. I done minimum wage. Millions of people, P40 group enjoying now. They can buy a car. They can buy motorbike throughout Malaysia. That's what I do underground work, already become a policy for the country. I'm very happy that. Trade union, suffering, also done on that through my PhD. My student, many of my students graduating on time. Never mind, let them be in many. So this is what my happiness. Not because I want a billionaire. No. I am not that kind of person. I want a millionaire, I won't join academic. Long time I become consultant. I can make a lot of money. Actually, I'm really can, but money is not my fundamental. I want to create the knowledge through books, through publication. Now YouTube, even I die today, my YouTube will be there forever. The student can access my data, all this. So to me, not only Malaysia, but Asia and so on. That's why I work with Dr. Frank. We bring our scholars around the world, all over the world to attract. So that's my answer, Dr. Gita.
Thank you, Prof.
Last question, then we stop, right? My question then, how can we know our research paper, especially the first 3 chapters are, very easy. Your literature review, Nazar, if you can, you comprise the literature review debate and you found the gap, and then you can publish one of the paper from your literature review. You can do that. But normally, what I did, I will present to the conference first. So my supervisor always follow me. All the because we are same field, you will sit at the back. You see, one time, I just share this, explain to you, Jessica and others, Nazar. One time I was in Europe, I presenting on a case study. European is very much focused on case study, qualitative. My supervisor at the back, I presented my part of my work, PhD on research methodology. And the question answered very well. He said, can case study can be generalized or not? I said, no, cannot generalize the population. Because qualitative case study only the theory, the theoretical framework, the theoretical you develop. That's what we can, and then case study can learn by other case. And then he said like that. He said very good answer, and nobody questioned. So you must be master. So Nazar can. You work slowly, and I think you also writing a book. I think I already asked to you write a book. So while you're boring, you write books. Whenever you're boring, write books. I will guide you, and then finally you will have one book, a few things. So that's why I asked Nazar one time doing many things, and always keep humble yourself. We respect your lecturers, your gurus, everything. Anything good thing will come back to you. That's what my advice. Thank you. Okay, I pass to Jessica to I think we conclude. Maybe we ask Dr. Ariana. Thank you very much, all my dear friends, students. We'll meet again.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Idea,
Bala, for
idea.
your motivational session. You give the best answer for them. Thank you so much. Okay, I hope everyone learned something from Prof. Bala. I really like that Prof. Bala said, if someone hate you, leave them but don't hate them. Oh, I really love that.